Hey guys, this is SoFlo Josh, and today I have the privilege, thanks to South Motors BMW, for allowing me to review this all-new 2022 BMW X3 X-Drive 30i. So with the facelift, they did a completely different change. The new headlights look so much more elegant compared to the pre-facelift. I really love this new bumper here where it's kind of, as you see, this beautiful line that goes straight through. This active air curtain right here actually is open, which is a cool little thing. Over here on the front grille, it is completely different. There's a nice metallic kind of finish towards the grille. They are active shutters. You do also have the nice pedestrian detection and braking mitigation system right here, sensor housing, instead of the block system that it used to have down all the way here, but now they put it up here, and I think that looks very nice and clean. It's very flush. Most people are not going to really notice it that much, but it looks nice. You have your traditional kidney grills, not too large, not too small, perfect size, especially for the compact SUV that this segment's in. You do have your grill over here, and mind you, this is the X line version, so this is not the M Sport version or the M440, the M40i actually. So you're not going to get, you know, the M type of style. You do also have a higher ground clearance when you do get the X line for better approach angles, but most of the time most people don't really take this vehicle off-road, but it's good to know that BMW has that. You do also have your sensors up front, which is a neat thing. Some people in the competition right now don't actually offer that in the front. They'll go ahead and only offer the rear because of the US regulations. The rear has to be a thing. You do have your reflectors right here, and like I mentioned, the LED turn signals are right here with your daytime running lights right here. They are a full LED housing right here. Very nice, very tasteful. I really like the way that I'm telling you, the way that BMW did this new facelifted model compared to the pre-facelift model, it looks more elegant compared to it. Getting onto the side here, we do have these beautiful gunmetal gray 19-inch rims here. They look phenomenal. They are in like a Y-spoke design. Really love. My favorite type of rims are honestly Y-spoke, and BMW killed it out of the gate with this one. I really like the way it looks. It looks very, very nice. Even for the sidewall here, I think BMW did a really good job with the way that that looks as a whole. You do have your little vents here. Sadly, they're not open. I wish they were open. You do have your side mirrors right here, like I mentioned. Full LED housing right here for the side mirrors. Very nice. And look at this photamic blue that BMW has to offer here. Look at that flake in it. It just looks phenomenal to look at. Getting onto the side, like I mentioned, this is the X line model, so you are going to get this nice metallic finish here for the side sills. Very nice. And mind you, one thing I'll show you, BMW's door is all the way down, so whenever you get in, you're not going to bring in any kind of dirt into the interior. It's going to be all one-piece door design, which is very nice. A lot of car companies should start doing that, especially for SUVs in this segment. Getting to the rear, you do have this beautiful line that starts all the way from the front fender all the way to the rear, and then you also have this nice bubbly kind of effect here that looks, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it looks very, very nice. Love the way they did it. Another line down here all the way from these vent area here that goes all the way down in the bottom and then goes over the rear fender right here. And getting into the back, we have a completely new LED housing right here. The pre-facelifted also had an LED housing, but I really like the way that BMW designed this one. Seeing it in person, when I first saw the photos of it, I wasn't too keen on the design, but looking at it in person, it looks so much cleaner and so much better. It's not too large, it's not too small, just the right size. You see, you do have your turn signals in LED. They are not amber, they are red. You know, regulations over there in Germany. Sometimes the red makes sense over there. Most people like amber because ambers don't hurt as much as the eye, but it still looks very nice. You do also have your LED reverse lights down here, as well as your turn signal. Like I said, this is all LED at night whenever you brake and whenever you're just regularly driving. Like I mentioned, this is actually the X-Drive 30i, not the S-Drive, my bad. So this is the all-wheel drive system that BMW has. You do have your twin exhaust here on this end, on this model. Very nice. I believe on one side it is active and then the other side is closed for better airflow for the exhaust. But once you put it in sport, or you put your foot down on the accelerator when you are driving, the flap does open for better airflow for the engine. You do have, like I mentioned, the sensors, a little bit of black plastic cladding on the back, which looks really nice on an SUV. You might say that on an elegant SUV as such a BMW that's a German automaker, it doesn't make sense. Personally, it makes sense. If you understand SUVs, then you understand this. Getting into the rear tailgate, there's two ways to open it. You can open it the traditional way, where you're just opening the actual trunk, or this is a power tailgate, so mind you of that, and it's a very large power tailgate. Or you can do the kick, where it opens up. Let me show you again. There we go, and it opened up this time. But it's very simple to do. It's just swipe your foot like you're swiping left or right on Tinder. So it's very simple to go ahead and do. You have this very beautiful interior, very large. You actually have some little cubby areas too, little area hooks, so that you can put your milk whenever you go to the grocery store. Love that. You do have LED bulbs here, which is really good because having halogen is not good at night. You also do have a charging port right here, so that whenever you go and take this car to tailgate, you're all good. Everything here is perfectly sized. I love the opening here. As you can see, it's very, very large. It's not going to intrude too much into whatever you're putting into the back seat. You do have also your tonneau cover here. As you can see, it fits perfectly, not too bad, and it lifts a little bit downwards, so then people still can look into whatever you have down here, which is a cool feature, and I like that they did that for their tonneau cover. So go ahead and put this down. Let's go ahead and get into the interior now of this beautiful X3. So getting into the X3 is very simple. Here's the key fob, as you can see, the traditional new BMW key fob. I really love the way this is. This is actually very, very light. I love the way it looks. If you do go for the M Sport package or the M40i version of this model, you do get the BMW traditional M Sport colors, the blue, and then red. Very nice. I like the way this looks. It's very simple, to lock and unlock. Everything is here as well. So getting into the interior, you do have a very, very nice soft padded material up here. It's a very nice Sensitech material. You do here have the ambient lighting that comes with this model if you option it with. Very nice aluminum finished switch for the windows, as well as power folding mirrors. Mind you, the power folding mirrors is standard on this model, so you can go ahead and program it in the iDrive system. I'll show you that in a little bit. To have it whenever you lock and unlock the vehicle, it will automatically lock. Switch gear for your trunk over here. But it's very nice. I like the way that BMW decided to go ahead and do a full padding on the top, bottom, here, and over here it's actually hard plastic, but that's okay because most of the time people are not going to touch this area. You do have a bottle holder right here, very large for accommodating those very big Zephyr Hills bottles, if you know. And then you have a pocket right here for some of those Oreos that you're going on a drive snack or something like that. You do have your lumbar support right here, and it is powered on this model. Very nice leather material, as you can see. It hugs you very well. You can see that the bolstering on the side is actually enough for you to go ahead and do some spirited driving around some corners with this beautiful X3. So getting into the interior here, let's go ahead and get inside. And let's go ahead and lower the air conditioning unit. You have this nice BMW steering wheel. It's very nice, bolstered on either side on the 9-3 grip. You have aluminum paddles over here on each side, and then you have aluminum buttons for your phone, your mic, and then to go through the different areas here on the digital dash. So mind you, this model does come with a digital dash. It does come with the convenience package, but the base one comes with analog gauges with a little tachometer in the middle that's digital. Still looks very nice. I like either or. But personally, if you're going to go for this, I would suggest getting the digital gauge cluster because you get more information and it just looks more cleaner. So getting into the infotainment system right here, this is the new 10.25-inch touchscreen display that you would find in the BMW X5 and the 3 Series as well. Actually, no, the X5, X7, and as well as that beautiful sunset orange 8 series over there. So it's very simple. It's the iDrive 7 system, not the iDrive 8, which the iDrive 8 comes with the new BMW the iX, which is coming out next year. But still love the way they updated this, because the pre-facelifted model did not have this iDrive system, and I think what BMW did right now with this one, it looks phenomenal. You have an image of your vehicle with the package that you have, so at least you know you have some type of customization for that. I like that BMW decided to go ahead and do that. It looks very nice. You have all your information there. You do have heated seats as well as heated steering wheel. It is a package to get for this model, but it makes sense that some places, for example, down here in South Florida, not to come equipped with that package because of the fact that, you know, South Florida is mostly hot. Cooling seats would be much preferred, and I would like to see better, actually, a cooling seat functionality on the X3 trim instead of having to go ahead and get the X5. But over here you have your touch capacitive buttons right here. You could preset. This does come with Android and Apple CarPlay, which is a great feature. So you could go ahead, for example, on number 1, you press and hold, and it'll go ahead and put Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So that's easy functionality. It's basically a shortcut. You do have physical buttons for your speed for the air conditioning unit, as well as the temperature. Very nicely done. Love the way that BMW decided to go ahead and continue to offer the buttons instead of offering a screen as a replacement. You do have a nice cubby over here for your phone. Some area for, this is actually an area for your key to actually go into, which is a cool little notch, not a feature. I do like also this USB here. I kind of wish this was a USB-C, because USB-C is actually the new standard. You do have nice large cup holders to accommodate those larger drinks from the gas station. And compared to the pre-facelifted model, you used to have your touch button right here for the power stop, for the start-stop engine. And now they brought it down here. Nice gear lever that's in every single BMW, except the X5 and up. You can get crystal ones, which look pretty nice. You do have your emergency parking brake right here, auto hold, your sport, comfort, and eco. Everything is essentially there. You also do have your iDrive system here, where you can go ahead and navigate what you want to go to. Personally, would not use this, only if you're driving. Don't use the touchscreen is preferred, because look how close it is. Let me go ahead and show you. This is me sitting all the way back, and it's right there. I could go ahead and touch it, so it's very close. You do also have your safety equipment here. Your glove box is here. Very nice, by the way. I like this little silver piece. It looks very elegant. It's right there. It's damped and lined with felt. Very nicely done. And over there, as you can see, just a regular door. They do have the wood trim for this model, and I think it looks very nice for some reason on the X3. You don't really traditionally see this on the compact SUV segment, but it looks very, very nice, especially for a sporty compact SUV as the X3 is. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the back seat and see how that feels back there. All right, getting into the back seat, let's go ahead and look at the window sticker really quick. This model comes in at $40,440, and mind you, this is the nicer X-Drive model, so you do have the all-wheel drive system. If any of you guys are interested, please contact any of the people here at South Motors BMW. They'll go ahead and get you a very good deal on this beautiful X3. So getting into the soft padded over here, very nice soft padding. I like the fact that they brought that back over here. Very nice soft padded here, wooden trim here, and then of course it's hard plastic, so it makes sense. Bottle holder for your kids, and you know, some little snacks that they want to bring on the road trip. You do still have aluminum buttons back here. Glad that BMW also brought that back. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the interior here. As you see, I have tons of leg room. Mind you, the seat here can actually go lower than what it is right now. But overall, love the way that BMW has designed this. You do have little cutouts if you're even larger in this vehicle. You do have your air vents here with your temperature control down here, as you see, and directions of where you want the air conditioning to flow. You do have 2 USB Type-Cs down over here, and you have map pockets on either end. Very nice. I also gotta mention this gorgeous standard panoramic sunroof, and I love the way that BMW has done panoramic sunroofs lately. They look phenomenal. There's a two-way. If you press it back 2 times, you can go ahead and get more out of the front window, and it just looks fantastic. It goes all the way back, brings in a lot of lighting into the greenhouse of this beautiful X3 vehicle. Like I mentioned, in the front you do have ambient lighting as well here, as you can see. It's very nice. I personally, this is actually my favorite color ever in any kind of car for ambient lighting. So this is very nice, and you have like little nice details right there, like for example the X for the X-Drive, for the X models from BMW. But overall, really love the way that this car feels. As you can see, have a ton of leg room. I probably have around like 3.5 inches of leg room here. So getting into headroom, even though I am wearing a hat, I would say I would have probably around 2.5 inches of headroom, and I'm 6 foot tall, so I think it's adequate enough for tall people to sit back here. And mind you, the seats over here do recline. As you can see, they're a little bit more reclined compared to where the standard seating area would be. But it looks very nice, and you could also fold this in 30-60 split back here. Very nice. And you also do have your cup holders here. Glad that BMW has gone ahead and did this one. Kind of wish that they didn't have the doors. I wish that they were open up you know, regularly, but overall looks very, very nice. I'm very glad what BMW has done for this. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take it out for a beautiful drive in sunny South Florida. Go ahead and get onto the drive of this 2022 BMW X3 X-Drive 30i. So putting it to drive, it's very simple. It's a traditional BMW shifter where it goes back into the middle. We're gonna go ahead and take it out to the road here. And powering this vehicle is the 2-liter twin scroll turbo 4-cylinder, making 248 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, sending it to the front and rear wheels because of the X-Drive system this one has. Though on the X-Drive model, 100% of the power output goes to the rear wheels, while whenever your front wheels spin, then they'll send certain powers to the front wheels. But let's go ahead and take it out over here. I'm gonna put it in sport mode really quick, and I'm gonna push it to the gas. Very, very fast. Acceleration is smooth as can be, and this is a 4-cylinder, mind you. BMW is known for their inline 6-cylinders, but let me tell you, the 4-cylinder does fantastic. I'm gonna take it onto these twisty roads here, onto the side. I'm gonna show you how great this car maneuvers around these twisties for being an SUV. Let's go ahead and take it onto this road. Very smooth around the corners, putting a brake input. Turning radius is very, very well for an X-Drive system. Let me tell you, this thing grips like there's no tomorrow. Mind you, this is the Bridgestone tires. So these are all-season tires. You're gonna do fantastic performance-wise going around these corners. Now putting it back into comfort mode, being behind this traffic, it feels great. It feels very smooth, not too rough around the edges, mind you, even though this is the sporty X3 compared to the X5, where it's not as sporty and it's more elegant. This feels phenomenal. Not too bumpy. They did refine the suspension in this compared to the pre-facelifted. You could feel it in the way that this suspension feels, and I'm very glad that BMW has done that, because on the pre-facelifted models, I felt as though I was not in a luxury vehicle. I felt like I was in a typical, you know, let's say for example, a Hyundai type of suspension. And with this one, they rectified that. They put in a completely new suspension that feels rock solid. It feels phenomenal around these roads here. As you can see, they're very smooth and flat. This is Florida. You know that there's flat roads everywhere you go in Florida. Maybe probably not in the Panhandle, but over here in South Florida, there's definitely flat roads. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it to this other back road, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in normal mode. I'm currently in normal mode, and I'm gonna punch it again so you guys can see the acceleration compared to the sport mode. let me tell you, even in sport mode, I think this engine with the transmission, the ZF 8-speed transmission that they have in this engine is phenomenal. It feels so great whenever it's putting out the output of the horsepower that you have. You know, that 248 actually feels like it's underrated. I mean, typically BMW does underrate their engine, so I'm personally speaking here, I think it's making around 305, 306 horsepower just by the way that it feels. It gets up and moves. It's a very light chassis compared to, its competitors like the Acura model, the Mercedes counterparts, and as well as the Audi ones as well. It's very light for being a rear-wheel drive chassis. Mind you, the newest competitor to this segment is the all-new Genesis GV70, but I have yet to test drive that one. But this feels great, especially in the 2.0 turbo. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't really think that you need to get the inline 6-cylinder. This feels smooth enough. You're going to get great gas mileage. You're going to get the horsepower that you need. You're going to get all the amenities that you need, depending on the packages you get for this actual model. And I think that BMW as a whole has done a completely great job with this LCI model that they did. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here, guys. I want to thank South Motors BMW once again for allowing me to review this gorgeous X3 model. And I hope that every single one of you guys have a wonderful day, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be uploading more videos of car reviews, as well as talking some news and pricings for other vehicles that are going to be getting revealed soon. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.